Okay, Asad, am I unmuted?
Assalamu alaikum. Yes, you are.
Okay, walaikum assalam. And can you also start the recording if all the parents are in?
Yeah, it's recording.
Jazakallah khairun, Asad. Assalamu alaikum. And welcome to all of you. Okay, here is the gallery view. So, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. As-salatu was-salamu ala Sayyid al-Anbiya wal-Mursaleen. My name is Sophia Saeed, and I believe most of you do not know me. So, a very quick introduction. I'm with Medina Institute and one of the coordinators of this program. Asad, if you can spotlight the video, then everybody is able to see me because we have quite a large number of participants in the program. And on behalf of all the sponsoring organizations, I give you a hearty welcome and thank you for joining us at all the odd timings from around the globe. So we will be very, very quick because we have only 55 minutes to give you a lot of information. And I am going to start by doing some simple housekeeping items. So, number one, if you have to leave early, or if somebody you know has not been able to join the meeting, that's absolutely okay. We are recording the meeting and we are going to send you a recording as soon as we are finished. And on the same note, please keep your mics unmuted because please keep your mics muted. So there are no distractions and there are no noises because we are recording the meeting, and also for us to efficiently manage the meeting time. We would not like any of the participants to speak when the coordinators are speaking. You will have a chance to ask questions, but we will do that through the chat box feature. So what I suggest is this, that number one, please look at the FAQ sheet that we sent to you yesterday, and we are again going to post in the chat box. A lot of the questions that you all have been asking are answered in that FAQ sheet. So if you find the answer in that sheet, please don't post the question in the chat box. Secondly, listen to today's presentation because we have a lot of coordinators who are going to give you a lot of good information. So hold on to your questions and hopefully you will get the answer to your question in our presentation. But if you're not able to find the answer in the chat, in the FAQ sheet, or if you don't find the answer in the presentation today, then feel free to put your question in the chat box, and before the meeting is over, we will take it and we will also definitely address that. So these were the two housekeeping items. Now let's start. So this program, the Summer Youth Leadership Program, is brought to you by Medina Institute, Ibn Khaldun University, Insan by Irfan Waqf, and many other dozens of local partners which are on ground in Turkey with us, and without whose cooperation and participation and help, this would not have been possible. And it's hard to take all the names. So I'm going to basically have only the two major organizations introduce themselves and skip the rest of them, and which is Medina Institute and Insan by Irfan. So if we can have a spotlight on Sidi Mehmet or Sidi Skandar, who are going to join me now. So those who do not know about Medina Institute, we are a faith-based nonprofit. We are based out of Georgia, United States. And we basically strive to promote a back to basics approach towards deen, towards our religion. And we do that by providing mosques and Islamic centers all over the world. We also promote a prophetic centered education model by seminaries and educational institutes. And we also promote hope, growth, and opportunity for all through our charitable work and our Medina Mercy Foundation. We are present in 4 continents and 14 countries, and very, very excited to bring this brand new and very creative project to all of you. So that is Medina Institute. I'm one of the directors. I'm hailing from New Jersey, United States. Having said that, I want to give it to Sidi Mehmet or Sikandar, whoever is going to introduce Insan by Irfan. So, which is our next sponsoring organization, and they have carried a big burden and big chunk of work for this project. So You're on, Sidi Mehmed. Is it you or is it Iskandar who's going to introduce? So can the host unmute Sidi Mehmed, or you can unmute yourself? Okay, he's not able to unmute, so Asad, if you can do that. And Sikandar needs to be spotlighted and unmuted. Okay, perfect.
Yes, can you hear me?
Assalamu alaikum. Yes, we can. Bismillah.
At first, Mithat Hocam and Mehmet Hocam will introduce the program, but they can. Mithat Hocam, can you hear us? Yes. But also he has a problem with the sound. Mithat Hocam, can you speak
Yes.
now? Okay.
Assalamu alaikum ve rahmetullah ve berekatuhu. Inshallah, I am one of the coordinator, and Mr. Saadettin, Mr. Iskender, and me, Mithat Özçakıl, will make you some presentation. Before starting to presentation, maybe many of us can wonder what is Human and Irfan Foundation and what they are doing. I will explain the mission and vision of the foundation. Before that, let me explain who I am. Mithat is speaking. I am a whirling dervish, and I am working under the Ministry of Culture and Tourism as a civil servant. I am working voluntarily in the Insan and Irfan Foundation for several years. I am taking some people from abroad to Turkey to see sightseeing places and touristical, especially spiritual and sacred places. And I am organizing several workshops for them. It's also included Sema training, the whirling dervishes ceremony. And inshallah, maybe Mr. Iskender can introduce himself, and then I will tell about our foundation.
Thank you, Mithat Hocam. My name is Iskender Cüre. I'm a sociologist and PhD candidate in cultural studies. My background is mostly about historical sociology, sociology of culture, and Ottoman religious culture, especially in the modernization period, transmission of the culture from the Ottoman Empire to the Turkish Republic, etc. At the same time, I'm a writer and editor about these topics. And on the other hand, as Mithat Hocam, I am a whirling dervish in Minister of Culture of Turkey. And for 10 years, I am working as volunteer in Insan ve İrfan Foundation. We are organizing lots of educations, trips, and workshops together, etc. Today, I will try to explain the vision of the program and summarize the lectures, workshops, and trips of the program. But at first, Mithat Hocam will introduce the mission of the foundation. After that, I will try to explain the vision.
Yes. Human and Irfan Foundation is a foundation serving in the fields of education, art, and history. Human and Irfan Foundation establishes itself based on Sunni Islamic Sufism. The foundation does its best to keep Islamic Sufism alive and to transfer this tradition to the next generations. The center of the foundation is located in Istanbul. It has 3 branches in Istanbul. All these branches of the foundation are located in the ancient tekkes. These tekkes are dervish houses, historical buildings. The current management center is Sümbül Efendi Tekke. It is the first great complex built after the conquest of Istanbul. Inshallah, we will visit this place all together. The other branch is a huge building. This center called Kasımpaşa Mevlevihanesi is one of the very important place for the Mevlevi history. Some lessons, lectures, and workshops at our youth camp will be held here, inshallah. We also have another branch known as Sadık Efendi Tekke in Istanbul. It is in Anatolian side. Apart from Istanbul, we have very large building in Konya. This center is called İRFA. It is very important project in cooperation with Konya Metropolitan Municipality to keep the Sufi culture alive. Another branch is located in Diyarbakır. This city is on the Syrian border of Turkey. Basic Islamic science courses are also given here for the people of Diyarbakır. And other branch, other representative office is in Tanzania. Here in this country, in Tanzania, every Eid al-Adha, the Kurban is shared with those in need. And the Human and Irfan Foundation provides education to hundreds of students in Turkish Islamic arts. Different kinds of Sufi ceremonies are held once a week, and some of the events are open to the public in the foundation centers. The foundation is responsible for hundreds of orphaned children. They are specially cared for in many aspects, from education to shelter in special houses. Sheikh Mehmet Fatih Efendi, who is very close friend of Sheikh Sayyid Muhammad Ninawi, is in the management team of the foundation. And also Mr. Bilal Erdoğan. Mr. Bilal Erdoğan, the son of President Mr. Recep Tayyip Erdoğan, in the management team of the foundation, and he is very excited about this project. And he is always supporting, and he gives us every kind of support to us. And I hope I have helped introduce our foundation to you. I wish you a good day with my best wishes. Esselamu Aleyküm.
Thank you, Mithat Hocam. I will try to explain and summarize the vision of the program and the different parts of the program. At the beginning, I should say that we have 19 days, and excluding first and the last day, we have 17 days. We have programmed all of the program. We have organized it, and we have more than 100 volunteers, and we are participating to program also as volunteer. And we have some collaborations with different NGOs, etc. So as one of the main coordinator of the program, İnsan ve İrfan Vakfı, as Mithat Hocam explained, we have an organization as Sunni-based Islamic tradition in Turkey. And our main purpose...
İskender Hocam, özür dilerim. Sorry for the transition to Turkish. Sister Sophia, are we so last minute changes order? You might be confused. Are we on track, or would you like to monitor?
No, we're doing great. We're on track. Let's finish the mission, vision, and program, and then we'll do the introductions.
All right.
Before we go to the camp schedule, we'll hold off the schedule after introduction. So it's great. Go ahead, please.
Thank you very much. As I said, we are a Sunni-based Islamic tradition, and our main purpose in this program is to show the transmission and the representation of Ottoman Sufi tradition to all the people, as we could do in Turkey for foreigners and the citizens of the Turkey. And during the program, we will try to show how the harmony between civilization and religion has been established and constructed in Ottoman Empire during the centuries. Our main purpose is how we can understand the tradition, how we can explain, transmit, and show the effects and the degrees of this process. Mainly, we have three parts during the program. These are lectures, workshops, and trips. In terms of lectures, we will try to explain especially how Muslim people in the world can deal with the modernization in terms of medicine, sociology, psychology, philosophy, history, engineering, etc. During the lectures, we will try to explain in terms of introduction parts to high school students. We will try to explain all of them. At the same time, we have the theoretical part of the Islamic arts, and we will try to explain before the workshops to all the participants what's the background of this art, what is the vision and the philosophy background of this art, etc. As I said, we will try to show the vision of social sciences, vision of traditional arts, and the vision of positive sciences, etc. Lectures part is like that. In the workshop part, we will try to show the experience of the traditional arts, different branches and sub-branches of them. Mainly, we have two parts. At first part, we have classical traditional arts such as calligraphy or Ebru, we call it in Turkish, etc. The other part is traditional Ottoman Sufi music, religious music, and the traditional music tradition of the Ottoman Empire. In the trips part, we have three main places, cities. One of them is Istanbul, of course. The other is Bursa, and the last one is Konya. In terms of Istanbul and Bursa, we can say that these were the capitals of the Ottoman Empire. So we will show the students the main buildings of the Ottoman Empire. And in terms of spiritual capital, also we will experience the Konya in 3 days. As I said, I want to conclude this part. We have lectures, workshops, and trips, and as I said, our main purpose is to show the transmission and the representation of Sufi-based and Sunni-based Ottoman tradition, and we will try to show all the participants how the harmony between civilization and religion could be established around Ottoman Empire culture.
Jazakallah khairan, Sidi Iskandar. This is very, very helpful. Thank you for this beautiful summary and sounds so enriching. I wish I could be in the classes. So before we let you all go towards giving the camp schedule, I want to take a few minutes for our coordinators to introduce themselves like we did. And I know that all of them are not here, but some of them are. So coordinators, if you are not spotlighted, Sidi Asad, if you can spotlight them, and those who are already spotlighted, if you can take turns in introducing yourself briefly, who you are, what do you do, where you're hailing from, and what's your role in the camp. And parents, when I say these are the youth coordinators, not all of them, a few of them, and they are the ones who will be living with your children in the dorms and traveling with the children to their classes, to the field trips, and taking care of your children. So with that, I'm gonna call on to you, Sophie, to start, and then everybody else can follow. And let's take a minute or less to introduce ourselves. Sophie, we can't hear you. Asad, do you want to go ahead while she's fixing her audio?
Sure. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Can you hear me?
Yes.
My name is Asad Khan. I'm going to be joining, inshallah ta'ala, from Medina Institute, Georgia, in USA. Here I am. I'm the executive director of Medina Institute, Georgia. On ground, inshallah, I'll be one of the volunteers, one of the coordinators. I'll be staying at the dorms with the brothers, inshallah. Very excited, looking forward to being a part of the program, looking forward to meeting all of the students who are going to be joining, inshallah, and benefiting with them and from them, inshallah.
Jazakallah khairan, Asad. If we have more coordinators, in the Zoom and who are not spotlighted, please raise your hands so Asad can look for your hand and spotlight you. So go ahead, Sophie.
Hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. Bismillah, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Inshallah, you are all doing great. It's great to see, mashallah, so many familiar faces. We're super excited to see you, inshallah, in Turkey, Istanbul. My name is Sophia, for those of you who know me from England and for those of you who know me from the US. I'm a coordinator, a regional coordinator from the US, inshallah. Been working with the youth for almost about 15 years now, across the US and the UK. So inshallah, I'll be there with your children, staying in the dorms. Inshallah, we're looking forward to that. The girls, obviously, inshallah. Whatever, inshallah, their needs are, emotionally, I am trained as a chaplain, so inshallah, we'll be there to help support them throughout their time in Turkey, inshallah.
Jazakallah khairan. Who would like to go next?
I can go next, inshallah.
Next.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. My name is Najam Zubair. I'm a board member of Medina Institute Norway, and also I'm our head of the youth program here locally in Oslo. And yeah, I will be participating from Norway, inshallah. I've also been the regional coordinator of Norway, and I'm really looking forward to be an on-ground site coordinator along with Sidi Asad, inshallah, to follow the youth and learn from them, add to the learning experience and get something out myself, inshallah. It'll be very exciting.
Excellent. Go ahead.
Yes, hello, assalamu alaikum. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can, Siraj.
Yes, so my name is Sirajuddin, 27 years old, living in Norway. I'm currently working as a software engineer in the in the defense industry in Norway, working within the field of cybersecurity for the Norwegian cyber defense. So I have a background in engineering and security. On my spare time, I'm contributing in the youth board here in Norway, focusing on the youth and the children. So this summer, I will also be living in the dorms, and I will contribute with supervising the the children. So yeah.
Jazakallah khairan, Siraj. So who would like to go next?
Yeah, I can go next. Assalamu alaikum. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, assalamu alaikum, everyone. Myself, Samia Wais, I'm from Medina Institute, India. I take care of, and by profession, I'm an MBA graduate, and I work as manager in a US-based MNC. And I would be traveling along with the kids from India and also staying in the dorms on the ground, would be there with your kids and waiting for some exciting journey to come.
Thank you so much, Sami, and thank you for coming from all the way from India. So who would like to go next?
I can go next.
Go ahead.
My name is Naila. I live in I'm originally from Pakistan, but I live in Norway. I've always been I lived here in Norway. I'm a nurse and I work with infection prevention in the municipality. And I'll be periodically living with the girls in the dorms, and I'll be around your children and take care of them. I don't have any directly linked with Medina Institute. I just join the programs whenever they are, and I'm very interested to learn about religion and culture. So I can't wait for being there in Istanbul and spending time with you girls.
Jazakallah khairan, Naila. Can we go to Mariam? We have two Mariams actually, one by one. Go ahead, Mariam. Unmute yourself and.
Assalamu alaikum. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
My name is Mariam. I'm from Norway. I've been part of Medina Institute for a few years, and my background is child protection and welfare, and currently I work as an interpreter. I look forward to join you and the children, inshallah.
Jazakallah khairan, Mariam. Mariam, can we get to you now?
Hey, Assalamu alaikum. I'm Mariam, one of the coordinators from the Istanbul. I graduated from law school. I'm working as a research assistant at Istanbul Medeniyet University Law Faculty. I'm also a PhD candidate. I participated and coordinated some other programs with the youngs all around the world. So I'm very excited to have you all. I will be coordinating the classes and the instructors for the program, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam. Shahnaz, can we go to you? And Khairul Anwar, I don't see you, so if you can raise your hand so we can spotlight you.
Yeah, okay. Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, hi, Assalamualaikum. I'm Shahnaz Nasir from Malaysia. I just finished my study in anthropology and sociology in University Malaya. So I'm currently taking my sweet time, resting from those adult responsibilities. But Alhamdulillah, Allah gave me a chance to join this amazing program as a volunteer. So I have a few experiences volunteering throughout my study, managing people from different cultural backgrounds and also from different age groups. So I think all will be fine, inshallah. So I'll be living together in dorms together with your children. And of course, I will try my very best to attend your children throughout those 20 days in Turkey. So it's lovely seeing some of your faces tonight. Thank you so much for having me as one of the youth coordinators. I hope we will get along well. And I'm very looking forward to seeing you all very soon, inshallah. Thank you so much.
You are welcome, Shahnaz. So Khairun Nazif, can we go to you?
Hi, Assalamu alaikum. First of all, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead.
So, my name is Khairun Nazif. It's a bit long, so you can just call me Kai, or you can just call me Nazif. So it's much better for people call me Kai.
Cakap moderator cakap je. Boleh kan?
So
can you mute this gentleman? Go ahead, Khair.
Yeah, so I am also from Malaysia. So I'll be leading the Malaysian students delegates from Malaysia to Turkey together with Shahnaz lah. So I graduated from UNSW Sydney and my profession right now is accounting, but I am currently looking for jobs. So I have some sweet time also lah to accompany all the students from Malaysia, go and learn knowledge there. So I think that's all. I have some experience lah in terms of when I'm in Australia. I did assisted some of the students, incoming students which are juniors, to come and settle down in Australia. So worry not, I will handle the children also, inshallah.
Thank you so much, Khair. If we have missed any coordinator and you are in the audience, please raise your hand. And parents, as you can see, our coordinators are hailing from all 4 different continents, and that's because our children, the 110 children who are coming together, they are coming from North and South Americas, Europe, Asia, Africa. So we want to make sure that the leaders who are living with them, they're also representing the same regions and cultures, and they're able to take care of the kids. So what an excellent group of people. Thank you so much for those who joined, and those who didn't, we'll see you in a week's time. So having said that, actually, I would like to remove the spotlight from the coordinators and just pass the mic to Mehmet and Sikandar, both of you, to do the rest of the meeting and lead us through the camp experience.
I think we have one last volunteers from Turkey, Sister Gözde. Could you spotlight him? Also, while she was spotlighting, so I would like to clarify that there are a number of volunteers who couldn't actually join the program, who are willing to, but we have unfortunately 100 limit numbers. That means our parents is very excited to hear what we are about to say. I'm excited to meet you all again soon in a week's time. And I can pass it on to Sister Gözde.
Go ahead, Sister Gözde.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm Gözde from Istanbul. I'm a professional translator and interpreter, and I also am a PhD candidate in Istanbul 19 Mayıs University. I'll be assisting the students and the instructors with the translations and interpretations if needed. And I look forward to seeing the students here and enabling the communication, inshallah, between them and the Turkish-speaking instructors.
Jazakallah khairan, Ghosde. That is lovely. So with that, we leave the screen and we will leave the parents with the camp organizers, Iskandar and Mehmet.
Thank you very much. Mehmet Hocam, will you share the screen?
Yeah, I'm sharing the screen in a second.
Thank you very much.
I think you all heard from Brother Mithat about the mission and the goals of Insan ve İrfan Vakfı. So we're skipping that, and then we'll start with the and also Brother Iskandar talked about the vision of the program, reason we are making this program, and so we can continue with the daily program. But before that, I would like to emphasize that. So the President of Board of Trustee, Sheikh Mohammed Fatih, speak highly of Sheikh Ninawi, and he would like you to see this program as a spirit of Medina in both ways. Inshallah, will kind of a reflection of the Quran and Sunnah in our daily life, as Brother Iskandar pointed out, and also the spiritual extension of Medina Institute, what they have been doing so far all around the world. So that's one thing we would like to point out. And in this program also, we would like to emphasize for our youth to revive and transmit our Muslim identity as Sheikh Ninawi has been doing for all around the world for so many years as an educator and as a spiritual leader. And without further ado, I'll give the mic to Brother Iskandar for about the details of the program.
Thank you, Saadettin Hocam. We can show the program. As I tried to explain, we have 19 days, and excluding first and the last day, we have 17 days, and we have programmed all the details, all the parts of the program. But it will, since it will be large time scale, just we will show you one example of the day, and after that, I will try to summarize the workshops and the lectures. You can see the first part of the day from there. For example, it begins with the Fajr and wake up time and breakfast. These parts are generally and mostly in the dormitories. After the breakfast, we are taking all the students with the bus to the lecture part. All lectures will be realized in the Palette school. This is also music school and the first music school of the Turkey, and we will use all the classes of them. And for example, in this day, we have 3 courses, but as I try to explain, these will be nearly 40 minutes and the introductory courses. And for example, in this day, we have the course of this Mehmet Hocam, Science in Islamic Civilization and the Effect of Muslim Scholars on Modern Science. As I try to explain, we have traditional art parts and positive sciences and social sciences. For example, these about the engineering and the effect of the Muslims during the centuries and their contribution to modern sciences. After the courses and lectures, we have lunch break and the zuhur. And afternoon, Hocam, we can say past the second page, you can see we have a trip. Trip to where? For example, in this day, we have trip on Istanbul Museum of the History of Science. This museum is one of the most important and prominent museums of the Istanbul and near to also Sultanahmet and Ayasofya. And during the museum, they will see the inventions of the Muslim scholars during the centuries and their contributions to the modern sciences. And they will witness all the materials about them, and also the museum organization will help us for the explanations and the interpretations of presentations of these parts. And after the museum, we have Asr and Comet back dorms, and we have dinner, and we have free time in evenings. If in that part, in dormitories, the students can study or they can rest and they can speak, etc. They can do whatever they want. But this is our example of one day, and we have programmed all the days with all the details. But to show you what kind of program that we organized, you can understand the most part of the program from there. We should just emphasize that we try to organize the programs that matches all the parts of the program, such as lectures, trips, and workshops. We will not have all a lecture day. Generally, for the enjoyable participation of the students, we have organized all of them as semi part of the program is lecture. The other part is workshop or trips, etc. Hocam, we can pass to lecture and workshops parts. As I try to explain, now we will show you the titles of our courses in the program. For example, in terms of supplementary and complementary medicine, we have a professional about the traditional medicine, and she will show all the students the memory of water and the importance of water in medicine and in our life. As I said, in workshops and lectures also, we have different branches of traditional arts such as water marble, calligraphy, and felt course, etc. On the other hand, we have social sciences part, and in this part, as you can see, we will show the sociology, psychology, philosophy, history, and the Islamic civilization. And during the programs, for example, me and Meryem Hocam and the other professors will participate the courses. And other parts, Sufism and symbolism and Sema and Hazreti Mevlana, especially before the trip on Konya, Mithat Hocam will explain to students the life of the Mevlana and the thought of the Mevlana to better understanding of his life and his thought, etc. And you can see the archery organization here. For example, some days we will have some surprises for the students. And at workshop part, Hocam, we can pass the last for me. As I said, they will experience the different branches of the Ottoman traditional arts, such as calligraphy or Ebru or traditional Turkish music, etc. And we will organize the program around these parts. And that's all from me at that part.
Thank you very much, Brother Iskender. And also, I would like to point out for parents who are listening, and I see some students actually get it together in a classroom. So we are excited to see here in Istanbul. And one point that I would like to make is this program is tailored for you. And what I mean by that is, so we would like, ourselves included, we would like to raise a self-awareness of a Muslim identity. When I say that, it means like hundreds of years of accumulation of culture, arts, and science, and also that identity comes with it. So that is a whole program, as Brother Iskender and Brother Mithat has mentioned. We would like that conceptual things, we would like those concepts to touch your life, inshallah. So that is the whole purpose of this program. And so this program also is flexible in a sense that we will see how receptible you are, because you are traveling like 10, 12 hours, maybe 20 hours flights. So that will affect your performance one way or another. So we will try to accommodate that. So maybe parents might be worried to see 4:30 in the morning, they're gonna wake up and 7 and the breakfast and so forth. So we'll try to accommodate, because we will be living together with our students, with our kids here. So we will try to feel their performances, how they will change. We will try to amend the program accordingly, inshallah. So I hope that, but at the same time, we would like to have an intensive program for the maximum benefit out of their 19 days of their life, inshallah, unforgettable days. Okay, Having said that, so let me continue with the program. So let's come to the logistics. Probably some of you are worried about the logistics. So the first stage start with the airport pickups. So we have arranged the vehicles for picking up from the airport. And so depending on some countries coming large groups, which will accommodate, we prepared a bus, and some comes within 1 or 2 students together, some with parents, some without parents. And we arrange all of that. So if students need separate transportation, we arrange all that. So one thing to note is, when you get out from the airport, meaning that basically after passing the custom, those like sliding doors, you will look for this banner on the left you see in here. So Insan ve İrfan Vakfı and Medina Institute logos, and in the middle we have Summer Youth Leadership Program. So our volunteers will be standing there and waiting for you. And if you look for this banner, inshallah, you will be easy to communicate and match together. God forbid, inshallah, everything's gonna go smoothly, but just in case, if anything goes out of the plan, there's a delay or there's a missed flight and so on and so forth. So we will provide you an emergency contact information. So that this information will be shared with you through Medina Institute coordinators on July 30th, Sunday, right before you come to take the flight, inshallah. So there will be name of the person who will be in contact and cell phone of the person who will be in contact. One housekeeping kind request from you all, parents and students. So please use this emergency contact information only and only for flight-related emergencies, and please use WhatsApp messages only. Multiple ways, because message doesn't disappear. If you call them, maybe they'll be very busy day, so we don't want your message to be forgotten. So please only send a message, WhatsApp message. And then one last point is, this emergency contact only for flight-related emergencies, only on July 1st and July 19th. No other days this person will be responsible for any other thing. So just you can use this number for flight-related emergencies. And dorms. I actually like the way you asked all of these questions because that means you are very involved in the program. We were very happy to answer them. And most of the thanks to the Medina Institute coordinators, Sister Sophia and other coordinators, they prepared a very long, lengthy, detailed fact sheet. I believe most of the questions are answered in that fact sheet. So a couple of points just to maybe clarify, verbally is better than written forms. We will have 4 dormitories, 2 in Istanbul, 2 in Konya. And one of them is for girls and one of them is for boys, both Istanbul and Konya. Depending on the dorm, we have 3 or 4 people in a room. And as we alluded earlier, so students will be separated based on their ages as much as we can. There's a range of students from 12 to 24. So we try to, we're very careful about grouping the kids. And when they're about to leave the dorm, there will be a bus waiting for them, bringing to the course location. And when the class is over, day is over, they will be taking the bus to get to the dorms in the evening. And all other dorm facility-related questions can be found in the fact sheet, and also in dorm link that is provided in that fact sheet as well. So travel logistics, how do we communicate between place to place, from dorms to courses and courses to field trips and so on and so forth. So every time we go into outside, there will be one supervisor assigned to 10 to 12 students based on their ages. We don't want to mix the older kids with the smaller ones or the smaller ones, older ones. So these supervisors, these groups will be fixed throughout the time. So there will be nice friendship between all of the kids. So that's going to be nice. And each student will carry a name tag as soon as they leave the dorm. So on the right hand side, you see the kind of a representative shape of this name tag. On the front side, they will have name, and on the flip side, they will have an emergency contact information and the brief explanation. I am belong to such the Summer Youth Leadership Program. I am lost. Please call this number in Turkish and in English. God forbid nothing is going to happen, inshallah. But this is for our precaution for anything might happen. And also, as an additional, the precaution, will have a buddy system. Each of these 10 students in the group will have a buddy. So they will be paired. So they will be first watchful for their pairs, for their partners. And at the same time, they will be getting to know each other more closely than the rest of the group. So that's another thing. And so every time we commute to a place, we get on the bus, we do a head count. We leave a location, we do a head count. So just to make sure the additional precaution for the safety in our travels. One last note is we are currently preparing a website for the program. So this program will be user password access activated. So you yourself and the students can get into this website and can see the daily course, the field trips, the whole data schedule in this program. As we said, so we keep the certain elements flexible, changing the orders of the class and so forth, because we would like the students to get the most out of this program. If they are very tired, if they cannot take it because of the travels and so forth, and as you can imagine, this 19 days is basically one after another. It's a very busy day, and we will be watchful on the kids. So in that case, so any change on the schedule will be on the website. You and the students can see before the day starts. And that website will actually include course materials, what they will be seeing throughout the day. And I think that's you guys will be waiting for this one, and you'll be curious about that. The daily photos will be shared as long as you basically give consent to sharing the photos within the group itself. It's not a public. It's the password access. As long as you're fine with the rest of the youth group seeing the picture, they will be uploaded. And one final note: we encourage social media posts. That's totally fine. Just for safety reasons, we would like these posts to be after the program, because we don't want to third party know our daily schedule. Where are we going? What are we doing? And so on and so forth. So we are all for social media posts, but after the program. That's one final kind request from our side. And after going through the fact sheet in the Medina Institute website and listening to this program, if you have any other questions we were not able to answer, we are here to answer your questions. And I'll give the mic to our moderator, Sister Sophia, if any question came up.
Yeah, thank you, Sidi Mehmed. Stay on the screen, please, and let's see what questions we have. So I just shared the link to the fact sheet again. It's in the chat box. It's also shared in our WhatsApp group. And I don't see many questions. Somebody did ask a question about will the children be praying in congregations, which we just answered, that Zuhar and Asr Salah will be most probably, hopefully, one of the historic mosques in the town. And subhanallah, Istanbul has such beautiful and historic mosques that if we go out to one every day, we will not be finished in 19 days. And then, of course, in the evenings, the Maghrib and Isha, it depends on the schedule. So that question is answered in the chat box. Then we have another question about dropping and picking the children on 1st and 19th. That question is also answered in our fact sheet, that you can drop your children anytime during those days. However, afternoon is preferred for July 1st drop-offs. Sidi Mehmed, do you want to add any more information to that?
Sure. I mean, yeah, exactly as you said. So preferred times. So we would like actually for the kids to drop off or picked up between 1 and 5. Those are the best time in terms of traffic. So there are not many traffic those times, and also for the accommodating all the other services as well. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So one more question that I want you to take at this time is that should the children bring their laptop with them? One of the parent asked that my son will come with his cell phone, but will you take them away in the evening or will the kids stay with the phones all night?
Okay, so that's actually will be seen. So yet to be seen. I don't know how responsible are the kids. We will see in the dorms. We don't oppose anything any electronic device because they might be used during the class as well, taking notes, tablets and so forth. So of course during the classes we don't allow them to use their cell phones for other purposes, and also our classes doesn't require any websites surfing and so forth. So they don't need any note-taking purposes. If they would like to use their tablet, that's fine. And if they would like to bring their laptop for the evening, for their leisure time, they can use it. And just to note that, so they will be staying in dorms. Those dorms will have security and so forth, but they have to attend their electronic and valuable devices all the time. So that's needless to say.
Okay, perfect. Thank you for answering that. And one of the parents wants to know the list of the places that youth will be visiting during the program, and we will be uploading that list to the website that Sidi Mehmet talked about. You will have your own user ID, your own password. You can look at the detailed schedule at the password, so we won't be using this time for that. Another question that I think we would like to take is that when the children are in Konya, can they leave their luggage at the dormitories in Istanbul?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, and so yes, they can leave their stuff in Istanbul, so they can only take the stuff that they will be needing in the 4-day Konya trip. Can parents visit their kids within those 3 weeks?
Of course. I mean, we don't, this is not at the army base that you cannot enter, of course. But that I think, so our parents are very well-versed and very responsible. So not for this crowd, but I have to mention just for housekeeping purposes. So this is an intensive program. So that means, as you see the schedule, that's at 11:30 lights off, and early morning for the Fajr prayer, and the courses starts. You may, of course, you can visit the kids, but if you take them for another excursion with your family alone, so then that schedule will basically we're not gonna work. I have to say that. So of course you can see that, but taking them out, doing something else for a certain amount of time, and especially in Istanbul, you can't predict the traffic. You may say, okay, we're gonna go 1 hour, and then with traffic, it's gonna go 3 to 4 hours. The kid's gonna go to bed at 1 o'clock in the morning and rest next day basically off. So I don't recommend this, but of course you can come and see your kids in the available times that it's given in the schedule.
I think it's important to point it out that the program is intensive and kids will be busy most of the time, because parents are asking if they will have downtime to do their homeworks, to work on their projects. They will have some downtime, but I think it's important that kids also relax in the little tiny bit of downtime they have during the day. If they're running to do another assignment, it's going to be very, very hard for them. So please keep that in mind. Another question is, what can boys do in free time? Is there a place they can play games, for example, football, basketball, in their spare time? And I do know we have actually games built in the schedule. Can we take that question, please? Sidi Mehmet, do you want to address that question?
Sure. Yeah, I mean, dorms has the play areas like table tennis and so forth. As the program allows, we try to accommodate that sport excursions as well. And again, we try to let the kids relax without disturbing the daily schedule. So that's all I can say right now, but those are in our minds. So if we can do within the limited time we have, basketball, soccer, it could be the case. Yeah.
Okay, I'll take 3 more questions because we're almost out of time. And after that, the rest of the questions, we do have a list of them. Please feel free to post more if you want to. We will address them in our fact sheet. Will the kids be allowed to explore or go out during their free time?
Again, if you actually look at the schedule, those free times are either 30 minutes or 1 hour. So I would highly recommend kids to relax on those times, because this is one example. And during the daily trip is not something like you go in 10 minutes and you go walk. Those are intensive field trips. So both intellectually and physically, you'll be walking on foot for maybe 2 hours, 3 hours, and then intellectually you have to absorb them. So I would use those times for kids to absorb, to discuss between them, to share their memories, share their understanding with them, because that is the part of the education, that is the part of the experience we would like to have them. I mean, once in a lifetime, you'll get together students, friends, and same age groups all around the world. I see that their experience a different city they would like to see out, and we try to do our best. So select the most important places to go out in the city. That's in our program. And besides that, we will encourage for the students to absorb those informations and to interact with the surroundings. And as Brother Iskandar said, we might have some surprises for the kids, some small fun experiences to do in the teams as well. So stay on put.
Yeah, we have actually a very, very busy schedule getting together for the kids. So like I said, we can't take all the questions, and some of them are very family or child specific. So I will address them separately in the chat group. We have already told you that we are going to do our best to put the siblings of the same gender or cousins or friends together, but no promises there. Let me take 2 more questions. Number 1, what kind of foods will you be serving? And secondly, what is that once a week Sufi activity that the kids will be doing? Is it zikr? So we'll be answering these 2, and then we will be doing our closing, and the rest will be answered in our WhatsApp or on our website.
I can answer the food part, and then maybe Brother Iskandar or Mithat can answer about the dhikr part. So the food will be on 3 parts. In breakfast will be regular Turkish breakfast, if I would say. I'm not used to Turkish breakfast when I was in the US. Basically cheese, olives, and tomatoes and stuff. So regular food. And also we would like to accommodate, as someone spent like 9 years in the US, I have to say peanut butter jelly will be there too. So sorry for the parents, but we have to give kids at least this one, right? And also oatmeals and milk, so will be served there too. And then so that's for the breakfast. And the lunchtime will be a bit lighter. Some appetizers, some the sandwiches. One, we don't want to have the kids with full stomach, and we don't want them to starve and dehydrate. So that will be in the lunch break. So that will be light lunch. And at dinner time, they'll have we have the gourmet catering company who gracefully will basically sponsoring this event. And they will be basically having their foods that includes Italian cuisine, Turkish cuisine, and the wide selection of the cold appetizer and hot appetizer and so forth. So that's for the meals. And we don't get any allergy specific requests. So we assume, since it's not given, so we assume no one has a specific dietary constraints. So then if there's any, please let us know. But so far we haven't got any.
Okay, yeah, we did not get any dietary restrictions on the health form. So Sidi Iskandar, do you want to explain what will be once a week Sufi activity that we mentioned? And another parent asked me specifically in a one-to-one message, will it be within the Quran and Sunnah boundaries?
Of course, it will be. You will show how the Ottoman Empire and Ottoman Sufi tradition could be matched them. You can be relaxed. We are Ahl Sunnat Sufis, and we have some concerns with you. They will see in the program, inshallah. If they want to watch them before the program, we can send some links of them to them, and it will be nice, inshallah.
Inshallah. So We are 5 minutes above our time, so I will be going towards our closing. Very briefly before that, we will be going to Topkapi Palace and all the major historic attractions, and all that information will be uploaded on the website. You will have access to all these slides that you saw and our vision, mission, and the purpose and the details of the program. So please, no worries there. Parents will also have an opportunity to visit with kids, or not visit, to be with the kids in some of the field trips. But one of our admins will share that information with you separately. Thank you so much for joining us. I want to ensure you that we will be posting a lot more information that we did in the last month. So just give us this week and you will have access to all of that. And if you have more questions, feel free to use the WhatsApp group. We will be opening it the way we did last week. We will be opening it for 6 hours a day in the next few days frequently. So you have a chance to post your questions in the WhatsApp group in that open time window. And we will compile all those questions and send the answers back to you. Having said that, Sidi Asad, if you're here, if you can bring us together in the end, do a closing dua for us, and so we can close the meeting.
Sure.
I think I would like you to spotlight yourself because parents might not be able to see you. And Sidi Asad will also be leading and coordinating all our youth coordinators. He has years of experience working with Muslim youth because he runs our seminary in Atlanta, Georgia, in United States.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا ونبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا وإن لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكونن من الخاسرين. Ya Allah, we ask you to put barakah in this program. Ya Allah, we ask you to make this program a success. We ask you to make this program a means of benefit for all of the students attending, and we ask you to accept all of the efforts made by all the coordinators and everyone who's responsible and everyone who's put in effort and time to make this program a success. Ya Allah, we ask you to make this program a program that all the students arrive and leave safely from and all benefit from, and then hopefully form lasting friendships from, inshallah, and make it a means of benefiting us and means of us all improving in our relationship with you and with the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wa alihi wasallam. And we ask you to be pleased with us in this life and the next. ربنا اللهم تقبل منا بسر أسرار الفاتحة. بسم الله الحمد لله بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين.
Thank you all very much for your time, for your trust that you placed in us. And with that, we officially adjourn the meeting. You're welcome to leave the meeting. We will be sharing this recording link with you very shortly in just a couple of hours. And Sophie, if you can please save this chat, the whole chat, so we can address those questions separately. And if you can also stay back after the parents leave so we can follow up on some of these things. Jazakallah khairan, everyone.
Assalamu alaikum. Jazakallah khair.
Wa alaikum assalam. Wa alaikum assalam.